One rainy evening, a group of 4 friends, Emma, Jake, Sarah, and Tom, decided to explore the infamous manor as part of a dare. They were all in their late 20s, thrill seekers craving an adrenaline rush. Armed with flashlights and a sense of bravado, they parked their car on the overgrown driveway and approached the imposing front door. The door creaked open with a reluctant groan, revealing a dark foyer filled with dust and cobwebs. The air was stale, and the faint smell of decay lingered. "This place is just a bunch of stories," Jake scoffed, stepping inside. The others followed hesitantly, their footsteps echoing eerily in the silence. The first encounter. As they wandered through the dimly lit rooms, they discovered remnants of a once grand life. Faded portraits on the walls, antique furniture draped in white sheets, and shattered glass scattered across the floor. Laughter filled the air as they shared ghost stories and dared each other to explore deeper into the heart of the manor. Suddenly, Sarah stopped in her tracks. "Did you hear that?" she whispered. The others fell silent, straining to listen. From somewhere deep within the house came a soft, whispering sound, a chilling murmur that seemed to beckon them closer. "Probably just the wind," Tom said dismissively, but even he felt a shiver run down his spine. The descent into darkness. Ignoring their growing unease, they ventured further into the manor. They found themselves in a long hallway lined with doors. One door at the end caught Emma's attention. It was slightly ajar. As she approached it, she felt an inexplicable pull, a mix of fear and curiosity. "Let's check it out," she suggested. The others exchanged nervous glances, but ultimately followed her lead. As they pushed open the door, they were met with a room filled with old bookshelves and an overwhelming sense of despair. In the center stood an ornate mirror covered in dust. "Look at this," Jake said, wiping away some grime from the mirror's surface. As he did so, their reflections flickered momentarily before revealing something else. Shadowy figures standing behind them. "What the hell?" Tom gasped as he turned around to find nothing there. But when he looked back at the mirror, he saw them again, dark silhouettes with hollow eyes staring back at him. The unraveling. Panic set in as they stumbled backward out of the room. "We need to leave," Sarah urged, her voice trembling. But as they retraced their steps down the hallway, they realized something was wrong. The layout had changed. Doors that were once visible had vanished. Shadows danced along the walls as if alive. "Stay together," Emma shouted as they huddled close. Just then, one of the doors swung open violently on its own, revealing a pitch-black room beyond. "Let's go," Jake yelled as he grabbed Emma's arm and pulled her towards the exit. But just as they reached the front door, it slammed shut with a deafening bang. The confrontation. They turned back in terror as whispers filled the air again, this time louder and more insistent. "Leave now, before it's too late." The voices seemed to come from everywhere at once. Tom's flashlight flickered ominously before going out completely, plunging them into darkness. In that moment of panic, they heard footsteps approaching, slow and deliberate. Something was coming for them. "Run!" Sarah screamed as she darted towards what she hoped was an exit. They sprinted through the maze-like corridors, but every turn led them deeper into confusion and despair. The escape. Just when they thought all hope was lost, Emma spotted a faint light flickering at the end of another hallway. "There!" she cried out. They raced towards it, heartbeats pounding in their ears. As they reached the light source, a window partially covered by grime, they pushed against it with all their strength until it finally gave way. They tumbled out onto the overgrown lawn outside, just as shadows rushed past them inside. Gasping for breath under the moonlight, they scrambled away from Blackwood Manor without looking back. Behind them, whispers faded into silence, as if retreating into the very walls that had held them captive. The aftermath. The friends never spoke about that night again. It became a silent pact among them, a shared trauma that bound them together but also haunted their dreams. Blackwood Manor remained standing in its eerie solitude, waiting for its next visitors to uncover its dark secrets. And on stormy nights, when lightning illuminated its crumbling facade, Those who dared to pass by could still hear whispers carried by the wind, warnings from shadows that lingered just beyond sight, reminding everyone that some doors are better left closed forever.